Real quick, as a paladin, you have a blessing that restores mana over time. So, if you're in a BG, you should always look for an arcane mage. Make sure you check everyone, because you have to give it to the one with the best transmog if there is more than one arcane mage. That's all. Alright, let's get into the video. What is good, YouTube? Been a while since I've done one of these, so I thought I would just give her. Have been going hard on my paladin since 7.2, and I'd like to talk about, how I'm feeling about the patch. And I know, I'm a minority. Right now I'll say it, not everybody is a casual BG scrub like me. And this is also this rogue. I went in there to take the Zerker, right? And nobody, the Zerker wasn't there, and I didn't see anybody leave, so I automatically knew the rogue has the Zerker. I knew there was a rogue, so I looked to see if there's anybody sacked, and then I'm obviously helping the guy that sacked. This review is probably going to get a lot of dislikes, so you can go ahead and pause right now, just go ahead and dislike the video. Now, let's tell everybody down in the chat, take a moment, tell everybody there's rogue, don't leave anybody alone, alright? Because half the time, it's not until after you've got half your team dummied by a rogue, when they're trying to run up the map on their own, that they start learning to not do that, to start sticking with their allies if they want to not get jumped by rogue. So I'm trying to do that. Try to get close to this guy, give him the hands of freedom, but they're on the ball with the stuns. And this guy, he gives me one heck of a duel. This warrior man. You think he just pops his enraged regen right now, so he's coming right back for a second wind. I believe he gets a time warp soon, which just makes him even more fierce. It's like a third wind. There we go. Throw the time warp in there. Now 7.2. I gotta say, I'm loving this patch. I know, nobody likes this patch. Everybody's angry right now. Everybody's mad about something. There's no new raid right away. The patch came out too early. They're giving gear out too fast. There's no PvP vendor, but really there is. Everybody's class got a lot weaker. They can't kill anything. So many things, so many problems. But personally, I'm loving it. I gotta say, this was the greatest moment right here. It is so back and forth right now, and I had to get the save the day. Just the lulls. I don't think I've ever got that before, to be perfectly honest. And then I almost misspelled this. Good job. They made. Anyway, what am I excited for? I'm excited to see the brawls that come on Tuesday. Holy goddamn crap, it's Winter Arathi. The one I wanted the most is the very first one. Are you kidding me? Fog of War Arathi Basin? This is gonna be crazy. This is going to be crazy. And I love it. I love every second of it. I'll probably queue those the whole week. We'll see how it goes. Can't promise you anything right now. I'm really hoping that the BG usable potions are still usable in these BGs. Just sort of that out there, and gliders and all that shenanigans. Alright, what else do I love about this patch? Well, Profession's got new life. I gotta say that, as I have pretty much engineering on every one of my tunes. It's nice that we finally got a usable Reeves battery, which makes us have a 30-minute cooldown on a teleport to anywhere in the Isle. So if you're like a demon hunter and you're stuck on a It's a little spaceship with no portals to the island for some reason, but like the Mage Tower has portals to the island and the Warrior Place has portals to the island. You can go to any zone from your class up. Demon Hunters, they gotta go back to Dalaran, then they gotta fly wherever they gotta go. But not anymore. You get the wormhole generator on the Reeves, and you got a 30-minute cooldown, and every time you're done the world quest in one zone, you're ready to go to the next. It's a good time. I gotta say, that's like the number one thing I love about this patch. I haven't really done much else for the other specs, but you know, it's nice that there's a whole new kind of market opening up with the whole Nethershard things. That'll be the next thing. I like the new ways to grind gold. All right, like I said, the Nethershard farm thing. There's a few different ways to do it. I'll show you a 5-second clip here. I give a shout out to TaylorMade, which I ripped this 5-second clip off of. And if you want to know more about Nethershard Farming, he has an epic video, which I performed a few of them and found his last one the most rewarding. Give it a go. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyway, Nether shards, you can literally not have a profession and just kill stuff for hours. It's nice. If you just kind of mindlessly want to do stuff while you watch a TV series or something on Netflix, you know? Something like that. It's nice to have an alternative to that, because we really don't have anything like that at the moment, other than like food farming, which isn't very lucrative at the moment. Like, if you were on the ball with this right away, you could probably have gotten like 100k for one of the... What I'm doing personally is grinding 8,000 nether shards and then selling the token that you use to turn into one of the legendaries to people that are crafters, right? So they can make obviously more gold being a crafter than I can, and I probably should use one of my crafters to do it. But frankly, they're not actually finished. Like, I don't think I have a crafter other than like Engineer and Alchemy that has finished the level 1 tank quest lines. That means I can't make legendaries unless I'm ready to just buckle down on that. There's so many things to do right now, I don't even know where to begin. What else we got? Well, pet sales have skyrocketed. Not only that, but the new pet dungeon is probably the reason, right? Everybody's trying to get their level 25 automatic pets. It's pet bonus week on top of everything. So if you're a guy that doesn't mind doing 2 or 3 pet battles to level a pet up to 25, you can make an easy 3k in 30 minutes. Watching Netflix again, you know? It's nothing. So I'm liking the new gold, the new easy mindless gold, because I never watch TV unless I'm playing WoW. Personally, I know that sounds weird. Everybody's probably like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Well, unless I'm about to crash, that is. Right now, I'm just trying to keep Hands of Freedom on this guy, because it does give a 30% movement increase, because I love every talent that would give you any form of speed. Though I gotta say, your Blade of Justice and probably the spinning hammers as well put a slow on everything if you pick the other things. So if you're trying to slow everybody down, which a paladin has a horrible time slowing people, the third row PvP talent would be an amazing pick. But to be honest, I like having a little bit of utility I can bring to other people. Kind of reminds me of when I could bubble people on my priests and make them run faster. Except this obviously not nearly as good because it's only 30%. So I'm not really trusting anybody else to guard the FC. So, you know, nobody's following them. I figure I'll be up here. And since I usually drop kings on myself the entire match, unless I see 2 healers or something, maybe I'll give kings to one and blessing of wisdom to the other if there's no arcane mage. I'm giving it to the FC, obviously. If you're with the FC should have it, man. Kings is a powerful shield. Every 8 seconds or something he absorbs 30k. Which, I mean, you wouldn't think about it, but it adds up. It's like having a 30k stacking hot all the time on you, which isn't too bad at all. What else do I like? Heroics. Alright, what else do I like? Heroics. Oh my god. They actually feel like a challenge. I almost feel like I'm a little bit rewarded when I get through there, you know? I feel like I gotta interrupt things or I might die. And I like that. I honestly gotta say I like that. Though when I was doing heroics, I was only about 860, and I'm currently 864. And if I got a legendary, I would probably be above 870. So soon that may not feel the same. But I did some mythics at 860, and oh my god, it was probably the best time I've ever. I felt like an 830 going into mythics again, and I was stoked. Everybody was on the ball. Everybody had to not make mistakes. I had to focus the healers so I could give them hands of freedom and bob them when he needed. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. My lay of hands was on the ball. Now, I know the old system of heroics and mythics was kind of alright for a lot of people. You know, they had it ingrained in them, and they don't like doing the same thing over and over and over. I don't know. It's like PvP, right? PvP seasons gain new life by changing a few classes around, and that, for the most part, has worked for like 12 years? I don't know. But I mean, a lot more than that, but you change the environment, and sometimes it can actually give it new life. And to be honest, I've had a lot of fun in Mythics, and I look forward to trying the heroic versions of Karazhan and the Cordyceps, because I'm a scrub that never actually did the Ceramar quest. I gotta do that, I know. Actually, because I have alchemy and I need rank 3 prolonged power. But that's another story for another day. You always gotta be on the ball here. If you're just gonna chill and guard, there's always one guy that tries to CC you and the other guy that tries to grab it stealth in the back. Usually it's a rogue. But today, we got ourselves a Pharaoh, and they're totally gonna wreck me. That's alright though. It's alright. We'll totally catch up. Don't even worry. I don't know. I find it a little bit more rewarding and a little bit more fun, I guess, when it's more rewarding, when there's a bigger challenge, and it's not just something I'm comfortable with doing repeatedly. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people may disagree with that, which is why they'll get some dislikes, you know? That, and that I don't think anybody likes 7.2. So we'll see. Alright, third thing I'm liking. We're probably way past third, but that's alright. Next thing I'm liking. 50, I don't know if this came in 7.2, firstly. But there is a 50%, it's called recruiting bonus? Sometimes when you don't have enough people queuing on your side to make BGs fast, you have a bonus to make people incentivized to queue more or give you a bigger reward if you do wait to queue. I believe it's 50%. I love it. It's an awesome idea. It gets more people PvPing. Lately, last day, 5-minute queues all day. 5-minute queues. Go for Mage Tower, because I forgot to say that I'm liking the idea of class challenges, and I want to take on every single one I possibly can, and hopefully I can get a 6-110 before the class challenges go away. I don't know how long the Mage Tower is lasting, but if I can get 5 done on the 5 110s I have, you better believe I'm going to push another 110 right up and then try to get it done in them too. I would like to give a shout out to the fact that I did get my first and second new trait just this morning. That's kind of nice. The endless grind begins. Hands of freedom for this guy, always. You don't want anybody slowing him. And then I got my slow on the mage, because that's one of the only moves I got that's clutch against a mage. Your 30 seconds slow that slows people by 70%. It's like your best friend for a mage. Just don't use Hands of Freedom, because he'll spell steal it and it'll be a bad time. You won't have another slow for 30 seconds unless you can actually land your Ashbringer. Alright. Now, I get everybody doesn't like the item level scaling, and, you know, I gotta say, I never had a problem. I watched a video of a disc healer, Taliesin, give a review of it, and he didn't seem to have a problem. Then I thought back to myself, he is a DPSing healer though, so what if there's a healer that's maybe like, I don't know, Resto Druid and doesn't decide to pick a DPS spec to go with it. Maybe it's a PvP Resto that likes to go Guardian spec for the, defensives, and he's like, what is this? How am I supposed to kill things? I get it though. It should be looked at. I like the idea of it because I don't think people should be walking around just killing 30 mobs in one GCD. I watched an Asmongold video and what he said made a lot of sense to me. Basically, in the first raid, we've grown in the same amount of power as an entire expansion in times past, just because of the way the difficulty system is spread out, right? So you gotta think, if we're on to the third raid and it's multiplying, it's not just like timesing by 2, right? We're getting exponentially stronger. An 850 compared to a 900 it's not twice as strong. It's getting huge. So we need to adjust something in the game, or else we'll literally just breathe on things and they'll die. And that doesn't make for much of an experience while you're playing. Personally, I don't find any trouble in killing anything in the world. I do find that things are dying really easily as I'm getting stronger, and I'm about 875-ish. I'm not having an issue. I'm for it, but it should be looked at in cases of like a healing spec. Maybe scale it back, adjust it when it needs to be adjusted. People should always feel like they're getting more powerful, but the mobs need to still be alive long enough so that you feel like you have an environment you're still a part of, and you're not just a god that's walking through things until the next expansion, and then you can be the god of the previous expansion. I'm okay with that. Do that all you like. I do that myself all the time. And I think that about wraps up everything I want to talk about. I will say it was random getting 2 wins this morning out of the 2 games I did play, since I did get mostly 10-game losing streaks the last 2 days. Yeah. Welcome to 7.2. Alright. Anyway, have a good one. I'm having a good time at 7.2. Good luck in the VGs. Hopefully you have a good time at 7.2 as well. And bye. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more wacky content, and drop a like if I'm on the right track and you're having a good time. Anyways, have a good one guys, and Godspeed.